Honestly, I'm a little bit excited for today, Tim. I feel like after what we had on Saturday, we had some crazy games, right? It got us hyped up. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it again. I reckon we're going to get those ridiculous games coming out. And normally we talk about Furia as being the upset team. I'm looking at Santos now to just try and keep it rolling, Tim.
Yeah, they come from the south side or the north. The north offers a little bit more space and flexibility, but there's no flexibility there as Scardinia moves out and takes the kill onto Fred. We have a quick trade as Mighty gets Bursa, but it will be a direct trade.
They're waiting for that final execute to come in, and this seems to be the instigation. Highs, push up, plant close behind the door, keep yourself covered. Normally you would be fine, but not when Dodo comes through with the detonation as he blows him to high hell and leaves him in a horrible position. No time, no chance, no diffuser. They're left as losers.
A man along with it, and right now with only 20 seconds to go, things are looking pretty good for Santos again as Scardinia will shut down Miracle. 3 versus 2 now, Highs and BMH. We know that they've got the clutch capability in them, but the question is, can they do it? Cypress makes it even more difficult. Ooh. BMH with a double though. We know he's one of the clutch players. Twister told us that yesterday. BMH and Bursa, they are the two that they look to. The question is, can he do this? He's getting the diffuser down. Does he have time to make it stick? Scardinia's having a look. He's going to get time to come off. Can he react? No! Scardinia shuts him down, and that's another round going to Santos. So well played from BMH, and we see there the passion that is on the line here, Jackie.
Well, it's that's not something that we're doing.
Cyprus will get the kill onto BMH. 5 versus 3. We find ourselves now. Out goes the Nitro. It will down the man. Bursa finds himself in a position of needing to be collected. He is seriously dealing with this situation that Furia are trying to bring. Bursa, man, he must feel aggrieved right now, Jackie. 2 Nitros in 1 round. He's like a Nitro magnet at the minute.
Mate, it's not ideal. It's absolutely horrendous, the things that are occurring right now. But finally, someone tries to defy the defense of Santos. Coming through with a first frag, but it's not enough. It's just the one from Miracle. He can't double down and double dip into the round, leaving it up to Highs. As he tries to rotate out, he's caught heading towards the stairwell and just sent to slumber school with the SMG. And right now, Santos are just going from strength to strength. But it does appear there has been a... Although you did get rid of the smoke, so at least you don't have to worry about inhaling those toxins and leaving yourself in such a awkward position in the late round. You still have to bypass the rest of the firearms that are holding angles and hitting shots. We see the flick around coming in as well, but it's not quick enough, so Hells don't. There's the follow-up frag onto Mighty, and at this point, it seems like maybe the tides have turned. Maybe Santos are going to be shipwrecked and hitting the shore with only 1 man left alive, as it's just on Scardina pushing up close. We were talking about how pivotal it'd potentially be into the late round, but can he attempt to stop the diffuser? Is the angle going to be covered? Issue is, doesn't clear towards the left, just barely bypasses it as he looks over. He won't spot Bursa. He'll sprint in on the Zofia and make quick work of him, Tim. That's the way the round's going to go, and it will leave us 4-2.
This is the big problem with the north side push. It's not to say that it doesn't work, it's not to say that it won't work, but it does leave you in a position of having to push through a single door to try and get the diffuser down behind the vault. That's exactly what Dodo is going to do right now. He's gone rushing in, starts to get that diffuser down. Mighty is essential here. He is the linchpin to this plant attempt. He has to cover his man, and that's exactly what he does. Dodo successful, but will be taken down following that. We now find ourselves 3 versus 2. Mighty taken off, and this should be easy now for Furia. They are 3 versus 1. Miracle is on the disable. There is very little Cypress can do here. He is on a fraction of health. 1 bullet, 1 sniff of a bullet is going to take him out. He doesn't aggress onto it. There's nothing he could do. The vertical pressure is still in the hands of Furia, and I think that's a very good thing for them.
Ooh, it's not looking good on the actual push through, though, as we see 2 frags coming in off the back of the ferocious Furia, as they really do bust out the claws and rip their way through the first 2 newcomers. Mighty, though, attempting to go for the play. The desperation diffuser down, as he'll drop it to the ground. We'll be able to get it off in the corner, backed up by Dodo as well, covering him slightly off towards the off angle on the bomb. It's a nice position to play. Very cheeky, spamming away, pulls off the first, pulls off the second. They had no idea of the angle he was rocking, as he just holds down and slaughters each and every one of them on the Nomad. Oh, Tim, when he picks up the AK, he slays from far away. He's got to back off and start to backpedal into a better spot. There goes your Zofia as soon as she peeks. Again, it's BMH laying in the vertical angle and just slaying from above, Tim. It's absolutely horrendous, the fact he's being able to get away with this. Oh, this is just not ideal. Someone needs to force him off this position because everyone is starting to pay the price.
The Hibana of Hell now, that could be a bit of a problem because obviously diffuser is in hand, and if that gets dropped upstairs, that is not ideal. It's not going to be Hell, it is the Nomad, actually similar looking silhouette, but Hell right now gets that diffuser down, and that was all the distraction that was needed. 2 versus 1, but Hell has a point to the credit in that the diffuser is down and active on the ground, so it is now a retake. He can use those defensive angles to his advantage, but there will be no advantage found as Bursa moves in, absolutely removes him from the round, and Furia fighting that one back.
Strike hardest, taking down another man and making it easier for them to advance towards the site, cleaning up as well. The sofa stunner, as he'll catch Bursa off guard and leave him sleeping on that chair for quite some time now, as they're just down to highs. Trapped for Santos now. He is hitting his shots with a Vector. Peels back the scalp of Dodo, a certified lip remover. It's really going to be hard to pull off, and I imagine they've got the time to actually do it, starting to walk their way in, but essentially just going for constellation frags at this point. It's done. It's game. There we have it. Santos will come through and they'll lock it down, picking up that round, Tim.
Tough position there for the final remaining men from Furia, but they didn't really give themselves a chance to do that. We got the man picked up. Jaeger was picked up. They were then in a position of thinking about going towards the diffuser, but instead they went round to the north side, and I'd suggest it should be reasonable that the defenders know the plant was likely behind bar because they had a presence in aviator room throughout there. So
I'm curious. I'm genuinely quite curious to see how this is going to go.
Advantage for Furia in the end. They did give it a real go, but they just couldn't get themselves back within touching distance. It just proved a little bit too big of a head start for Santos. Now looking to push in here. I'm not sure Dodo is aware of the man close left. He is not and will be shut down, but Scardinia manages to trade it out. There is a man above in the shape of Hell. He's going to have to drop down now to try and hold this angle along with his teammate. They need to think about getting this diffuser down, but they do have some time yet. Hell it will be who goes for the plant. Miracle is up above right now. Can he get the kill? Yes, he absolutely can, and that is the problem of trying to plant in reading room when you've only got 2 men left. You need one on the door to cover the physical lateral push into sight, but there is nothing you can do about the vertical angle as well.
You've still got utility as well. You've got smoke in play. You've only just lost your Jaeger to put you back into a 4v4, and at this point, with 18 seconds left, this is when they truly do need to react off the back of it. Just fully commit into the play. They've got vertical angles being utilized as well to gun down Death from above, but instead they go for the full frontal assault as they charge their way into the site, and they're really leaving this one as a messy site for Furia. A lot of damage across the board, everyone being picked off. They try to go for the full commit on the diffuser, and they do get it down, and it's just left on BMH. He is a clutch player. He's coming through with a backstab, but he's been sniffed out. Cypress knows. This one's going to get a bit more explosive when it comes to the crunch. Peak coming out them for Scardina as he'll Scarding his way into the first, taking down BMH with a smooth shot to open up the round, and they keep on playing with that pace as well, Tim. He doubles down, gets a second frag before his teammate of Mighty is finally traded back upon, and he's taken some heavy hits as well, but he has to react off the confidence ball. Try and push in, clear out the close left. He doesn't need to, as Cypress goes in and does the job for him. He might be left down and out, but it won't matter as Hell will find the encounter with Fred in the meantime, and you can bleed all over the floor because this is your domain now. You've taken site, you've won another round, another good attack here from Santos. We're seeing a bit of a push coming back out from Santos. They're testing the waters. The little peaks now and then, trying to go for an info play and trying to dome Fred as well. Ooh. Nearly looked like that was actually going to be a call for a team attack there. Where
Step 1 achieved for them then, and that is open the bakery prep wall. That prevents anybody from playing into that and flanking. Only a very light flank, but flanking onto your sides when you try to move in through to the default plant spot. But we can see an absolute flurry of kills coming in here. Furia it is who come out with an advantage, 3 versus 2. Big nitro from BMH. We've seen big nitros from Furia on this map before, and that's all it's going to take to shut this round down now. So far is reasonably so good, but they need a few kills to open this up, and Highs, he's going to open up with one onto Cypress, but Dodo moves in and clears out the freezer aggressively. 3 versus 2 now, and this is going to turn into a bloodbath as Mighty gets one onto BMH. Ooh. All goes in the direction of Furia as that man once again, Bursa, we know how lethal he can be up here on the top floor, and that's exactly what he brings to the party there, getting himself a nice double to finish. Santos have done well here so far. They've burnt an awful lot of time. They've still got utility in place. They've got the castle barricade on double door, just preventing the cigar shot push. They've got the Wamai still playing in that corner between washroom and piano, but right now They are just absolutely opening up on frags. It doesn't even matter what map control they've got because they've just won every single gunfight there. Flawless round from Santos, and no surprise because Furia, you can see there the utility's still in play. Furia were just able, so they've only got one game remaining between them. So if Santos can jump above Furia here, it's then a big ask because Furia's remaining game is against Team 1, and that is going to be tough to get any points from. By contrast, almost fate, Santos' remaining game is against Ints. So if Ints fail to then get any result, that literally could be a game that decides who ends up in that second relegation spot. That could be a fantastic finish to the season at the bottom end of the team.
That could be a hell of a banger. Oh, talking of shots to hit. Hell coming through, looking like Smoking Joe Fraser the Hellraiser. Really starting to turn up the flavour on that one.
It just can't seem to get to move, and that really seems to be impacting heavily upon them. But Dodo will shut down Fred on the reverse angle there. Great kill from him, 2 versus 2. But there is still a long way for Santos to go here. They are being pinned into the reading site now. That is an important kill coming in, but that's even more important as Miracle comes in with a big double for a 1 versus 2, I think it played out as, and that is a great round for him. They need to be careful of that, and they also need to be very aware of this east balcony. Mighty shutting down BMH with the long-range ACOG shot there, just takes his head off.
They do respond in kind. They know of Mighty's location now, and they're really focusing their efforts to try and force him out and put him somewhere where he is uncomfortable and not going to be able to serve up absolute annihilation with the ACOG. Timing could be everything. As he turns on a dime, the entire round gets flipped on its head, and they're all going down. The kill feed being filled up with the Furia boys as they just reign supreme, taking all of their individual encounters. And, oh, Tim, I can't. Take it over.
Round number 11, opening kill comes in from Scardini onto Bursa. Miracle will get one of his own meanwhile, so that now leaves us 4 versus 4 here.
My. All tied up. But there is definitely a difference starting to appear in terms of the battle of attrition as, they keep doubling down, taking it towards a 4-2 now, make it a 4-on-1 as it's all down on BMH, and he's just taken a bullet in the side of the cranium, Tim. It won't take much more to drop him as he's kept stationary, overwhelmed by a hailstorm of bullets whizzing by. One of them will eventually dink him. He should be able to at least get one off the back of this. They do bait him in, but somehow he finds the flick shot onto the second as well. Only one of them coming down as a raw kill. The other one, just the drop on BMH as he'll go down to the ground but be picked back up. They'll be utilizing Cabana to open up their drop down and then flinging themselves in as the ammunition towards the site. Big shot from BMH on the SMG. Sublime stuff to send Dodo down, but it's up to Hell and Cypress now to attempt to clutch it as they made their move on towards the site. They re-entry, they take down the first, they'll clean out tight right, they spot out BMH. He might have got the plant off, but it won't matter as they'll be dropping him and then following it up with a Tetleys as well. That's the defuse from Hell, and that is the game, Tim. Series, set, and match, they take both.
You can see the excitement coming out of the Santos players there, just managing to lock it down 2 versus 2, and what an absolutely thrilling end to that encounter we've had. We saw all 23 rounds, very nearly 24 come out of this match. It was as close as it could be, and it came down to the wire there, but Santos able to close things out, clutch a hold of those 3 points, and what a huge result it is for them.
Mate, that's absolutely ginormous. Tim, in the grand scheme of things.